Hello everybody, this is Justin Case of American Newscape, joining our friend, media personality Jerry Maldonado, back for another installment of American Mentoring. Hello Jerry, welcome back to American Newscape.
Hey, how are you? You feel better this week, Meatball?
Meatball, I'm feeling a little bit more on top of my game, so yeah, I'd say I'm feeling a little bit better.
Yes. Well, I have to be honest, I totally failed with the intro last week as far as that thing. But it came out okay.
Well, you know, I gave you upwards to 15 seconds to prepare. I don't know what the problem was. I didn't think it was too bad.
No, you interrupted at the right time. You did great. You did great. Thank you for saving me.
All right, Jerry. No, you were fine. And we're going to have to put that burden on you more often. All right, Jerry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Jerry.
That's okay.
Tonight we're talking about collective consciousness. What's happening? What's happening with collective consciousness?
Collective consciousness is just a big old word. That's a lot of syllables, man.
That's right.
And basically, the collective consciousness is like minds, and it's a great thing to live by, because if you start connecting with the like minds of your beliefs and your values, most importantly your goals, you attach that to a so-called vision board or your dreams and your desires with that right support and that right energy, anything is possible.
Well, you know, what I think about when I think of collective consciousness is cults. You know, cults get together with a collective consciousness.
Only you.
They live in communes. They collectively consciousnesses.
Well, but look at here's a prime example of a collective consciousness. Any birthday party you go to, everybody's in the same realm of thinking. They want to celebrate. Sadly, a couple of friends of mine, they lost some family members. A funeral was a show of respect of the collective consciousness of giving faith and prayers and healing.
Okay.
And you see what's going on now with Israel. I mean, you see prayers for Israel everywhere. Indeed, send a prayer. You know, the more love you send, the more love they're going to receive. And it's a great thing to incorporate in your life, and to not. We always talk about self here on America's Newscape, and I do on my show on my Facebook Live. We think about ourselves. Indeed, it all starts with us. Imagine a couple billion people with the same kind of love attitude about life and respecting others and going for their dreams and goals. That collective consciousness of like minds, what a world it would be.
Well, I agree with you, and we focus on ourselves because we are our own home base.
Indeed, and sadly, a lot of people we've kind of lost that, and you've seen it throughout the couple 3 decades of people not focusing on themselves, but what they're absorbing the energy around them from other sources and the other people's feelings. Hence, a poverty mindset, a success mindset. It's the same thing. It's a collective consciousness. A ghetto is a collective consciousness of poor thinking, whereas you got the high values, a collective consciousness of upper thinking, and that's all it is. So whatever realm of thinking you choose every single day is going to determine where your life goes. So in essence, by sending out blessings and prayers to others who need it, most importantly at this time of need, is only a boon to the world energy that we're sending out every day. It sounds kind of hairy-fairy, but it's been used for thousands of years. Collective consciousness thinking, mass prayer, or because prayer is just basically a sense of thought, is the best way to cure so many ills of the world, and most importantly, yourself.
And you bring that technical term back around, Jerry. Hairy-fairy. Hairy-fairy.
Yeah, I didn't believe that. And this is your age. I mean, I didn't believe that hippie stuff growing up. Love is the answer. Indeed, love is the answer. You know, love yourself, love life, love people. I mean, it's not an esoteric word. It's a simple 4-letter word that can literally change the consciousness of a planet. But we're not here to focus on the planet, but to start the process of fixing a planet, you focus on yourself and send it out every day the best way you can.
No, absolutely. And, you know, as the Beatles said, all you really need is love.
I never believed that back then. People, I used to laugh at people when they did that, because John Lennon was just saying, imagine a world. Indeed, if we had that kind of spirit about ourselves, I know this is more of like an upbeat kind of show tonight, guys. It's just basically, love is the most powerful energy out there. But another powerful energy is fear. Another powerful energy is hate. So if you turn on the television, you're getting the hate and the fear on a propaganda level. Right. So it's up to us to pick and choose what we want to focus on: love, hate, fear in our lives. And we're going to just feed off of that every single day.
Yeah, and I think everybody, you know, I know people are addicted to the media and they like to watch the media, and they need to consider where that's coming from. You know, the media, yes. The media sensationalizes stuff to drive you in an action that they're trying to actually move you to an action they want. You know,
Ben Franklin knew this. I mean, Ben Franklin knew this when he developed it. When he started, that's why he started writing motivational pieces in the 1700s from his own newspaper. Right. You know, he understood the power of the press, but he also understood the power of it to inspire people. You pick and choose your poison, what you want to look at every day. That's the good thing about it. It's a free press indeed. Sadly, it's become too free in a lot of ways to show people that they're not so truth at what is going on. So it's up to you to follow your gut, to follow your feeling about what you're watching, because that's going to shape you and your thought and your feeling every day.
Well, it's just like, you know, for us longer in the tooth people, we can remember back to being children watching cartoons. And what were they bombarding us with? Toy commercials. Because our parents left us there to watch those cartoons unattended. And as soon as it was over, we'd say, I want a Hot Wheels. I want a Barbie. I have to have that.
I wanted a Tonka truck, man. I never got it, though. I had to go buy it myself later on. But yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That's called programming. And, you know, that word means, it's a powerful meaning behind that. We have the power to set our own television station channel, meaning how we look at things and how our mind is thinking. That's good. That's called subconscious thinking every day. And the more you look at what's not yours, you're going to become that. When you start thinking for yourself, you start becoming yourself. And you get rid of the programming that we're being inundated with now. Indeed, you want to have compassion for what's going on in the world right now, because this is basically their 9/11 over there. And what did Israel do when what happened to us on our 9/11 sent us love in that collective consciousness mass scale of millions of people? We can do that for them with our thought and feeling every day. And especially for ourselves, and sending it off in that kind of way, and understanding that the power of thought can change anything. It happened in wars. It stopped wars. The 1914 Christmas Day truce between Germany and Britain is a prime example of that. It's just people saying, look, this is crazy. I'm done fighting. Let's get together. And it drove the generals crazy.
And the next day they went back to fighting.
They went within 12 hours. I mean, they were back shooting at each other. But it just shows the power of the collective consciousness, because you've got the Germans mocking them with Christmas trees and singing carols, and the generals on the British side saying rapid fire. They finally, Brits said, no, I quit. I'm going to go say hi. That's it. You know, it was just too strong. It's a great example of not allowing the hate to take over you in the future. We are in control of our thoughts, indeed.
You know, Jerry, I've come to believe, and we all have a touch of empath in us, and we actually absorb these energies that are out there.
No, it's a known fact.
And we need to have a perspective on those energies, and only allow the positive energies that we're needing to come in, and try and discount the others. And that's probably why I've moved away from mainstream media, other than I found it funnier than late night TV.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what's that valued source? Or that term that they use now. An unknown source told us that the pig is flying from A to B, man. And people actually start believing that stuff. But it was you put it in a great point, but we also have the choice every day to choose our thoughts, or our thoughts are going to choose us. The world out there, they're trying to shape us in so many ways, and this is not some conspiracy theory or anything else like that. But that's why they call it programming. We have a choice to develop our own conscious thinking programming every single day.
Right. In with the positive, out with the negative, accentuate the positive.
Exactly. And people are letting in way too much propaganda. And I say that respectfully because basically a lot of it's not true. And you and I can verify that from working in media and understanding it, knowing. And the German Reich knew that in World War II. The more they kept telling the lie, the more people would start believing it. And now you have news sources everywhere. I've looked for the past several days. It's getting more graphic and more in depth on what's going on, and all these stories are happening. Don't let it take away the love in your heart, and know that yes, indeed, something has happened. Indeed, all we can do is send as much love as we can to the same people who sent us love, and send yourself that same kind of love every day. You can only receive that kind of love every day.
Well, and a lot of younger parents believe that their children are being oversensitized by too much screen time, too much TV time, too much game time. But we need to stop and realize that we're being oversensitized too.
Oh yeah. And you think the wisdom factor would kick in, man. Nah. There's people still riding around in an empty car with a mask on, even though it's, you know what I'm saying? It's not, I'm not saying in a mocking way or a bad way. Just people get so used to their present thinking as their way of life that it's unchangeable. They keep living by that past thinking. And the collective consciousness of the world around them will not affect them. They put up this wall. They're not changing for anybody, and that's fine. But kids are so malleable, and we are malleable as well.
Yes.
But kids their brains are a sponge as much as ours. But we should notice as adults, man. We should know what's true, what's not true. But sadly, we've taken the bait, hook, line, and sinker in a lot of ways. But it's if it doesn't feel right, is my adage that I go by. If it doesn't feel right, whatever's going on around me, it's not going to be right around me. So I fix that problem right away. It's all by feeling.
Remain conscious.
Indeed.
All right, Jerry, do you have a final thought for us tonight?
Think for yourself.
Think for myself.
Believe in what you're thinking. Oh, really? And think for yourself. Believe in what you're thinking, and realize that your thoughts and feelings are relevant. And stop depending on another's point of view, hence the collective consciousness of the world around us, to dictate how you feel every day. The more people that feel good about themselves, the more people that love themselves, the more people that believe in what they're trying to do. You got 7 billion people going after their goals every day. Imagine what kind of world that would be. So believe in yourself. Believe in how you feel about life every day. If it doesn't feel right, like I tell my kids, don't do it.
Well, my parting thought will be, let's not hate and let's try and love. I remember in the early 80s, late 70s, seeing a Hare Krishna band go down the street. And they were jumping up and down, and they were playing their tambourines, and they were all happy, and they were all chanting in their collective consciousness. But damn it, those people were happy. And their happiness incensed a lot of other people to hate them. And I used to say, how in the world could you hate a Hare Krishna parade?
Exactly. Because, people think that, God's biggest promise is life's biggest lie. That indeed we all can live in peace if we choose it. The Krishnas back then and still to this day believe in the same attitude of just giving love to whatever they do. If you can swear at them all day long, they're going to say, "That's cool. I love you, man. That's awesome." It's their mindset. And it's a great programming note for you to understand that indeed love is the answer. That's all it is.
And it may be the only thing that the Beatles were ever right about.
And exactly. The haircut, nah, they had to put that away, man.
Oh, my God.
They look better later on, but it was awesome, man.
Okay. Hey, everybody. This has been Justin Case and Jerry Maldonado bringing you American Mentoring. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links are provided in this video's Read More. Today's the day to subscribe to this channel. Please learn more about Jerry Maldonado when time permits.